you just see like hundreds of people there through one person. And that is just the magic there. I mean, like, whatever you call it, that is the reality in network marketing. It's people. It's being able to get into these people and be so good. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And you got to be, you know, it's simple. It's very simple. I'm not trying to say it's easy to get into, you know, into those boxes for leadership bonuses. It's possible. It's simple. It's maybe not super easy because you have to invest time in yourself and in your team. And even if you have to go again, all over again through the same book, just do it. You might read something else. And sometimes you just read the text, but you don't read what it's actually the meaning of it, if you know what I mean. And as I said, it's like I've got just so much to share, like things from the things I went through and self-development and books and network and marketing online. I'm not sure if you have seen a video. I went to London on Sunday to a superb event in Piccadilly Circus. A friend of mine, she's an author now, so she published her first book. It's about one campaign from freedom. And she's explaining, she's talking in her book all about how to do a course online that you can actually, you know, you can have the product and you can sell online. So a lot of good stuff on marketing, not network marketing as such, but marketing. And we have to use, as Rachel said, be too good so people can't ignore you. And that's what it is. I mean, Linda, there we go, another girlie on board here. She does superb lives, attraction marketing, things from her life, her journey. And funny enough, there is a lot of people looking at you and looking what you do, and they don't comment and they don't like your post, but they're looking at you and they're thinking and they're waiting for results, you know. And I'm sure you know that it took me 2 years till I have signed up to FM. So it won't be always the first post that you post and people will just turn up and say, yeah, it's me. You know, it might take like 5 exposures, maybe 7, maybe 5 follow-ups. You know, it takes time, but do your best and results will show. And I can promise you that. Do the simple things, because network marketing is simple and the skills are really simple. And sadly, and I can speak even about myself, what we do, we don't do them in some cases, you know, in a lot of cases. We just don't do the things that we should be doing it. And what we do, it's like, you know, some days the lack of motivation, some days we just take off, some days we're just doing everything else, just not FM, because we're thinking like we're so busy and it's just, you know, I do it later, I do it tomorrow. And this is what happened at, you know, end of the month, the results not on our tree. And today about the marketing plan, we all here to know how to make money. I mean, we sell the ability of having a more money on our account with passive income. So being able to build the businesses where we don't have to work as much to be able to have more money than we actually put effort in. But before we can do that, we have to have a leverage. And yeah, take that massive action to build that momentum. And when you do it, when you do more than everybody else, that's where momentum comes in the reality. Yeah. You've got some slides, Roy, or you want me to say the marketing plan from top of my head? I think I know by now.
So this, I'll do a slideshow from the beginning. Can everybody see this? Yeah, if you nod, if you can, yeah, brilliant, excellent. So this is the first part of the marketing plan, which is known as the Magnolia program. And this is solely based on your group points. So the group points is everybody in your team, including yourself. So every order you place gets you points. Everybody you introduce, you get points from. Everybody they introduce and they introduce and they introduce, etc., you get points from. So all those group points help to push up the Magnolia program. The first level of Magnolia program is 3%, and it goes all the way up to 21%. And it doesn't matter whether the people in the UK, whether they're in the same office as you, or if they're in different offices, all the points count towards pushing you up through the Magnolia program. Now, this on here shows some out-of-date figures. We've got to update this. But this shows you last month what you would have earned for on these levels if you were doing the personal sales yourself. So for the first stage up is 300 points, as I said. And if someone was doing 300 points but hadn't reached 1200, then they would be the 3% level. And if they'd done that all through their own personal sales, the 300 points, it would have been £1.58 they would get. It's actually, I can quickly tell you, so time 0.3% times 0.2. So it's now £1.80 that would be instead of £1.58. Because as you probably saw on the news item on the UK website, the UK has changed the actual relationship between the points and the pounds, and they've actually changed it in our favour, which is absolutely incredible. So a big thank you to Anita on that one. It's now, instead of 17.5p, it's now 20p. So that effectively, that's given everybody on this scale on the Magnolia program, it's actually given everybody 14% more money than they had before. So very, very good. So we will work out the new figures on these. So on here, this example here again, if someone has got group points of 7,200, then they will be on the 12% level. Yeah. Does everybody understand that so far on how you move up through those levels? Yeah, I know we've got some newer members of the team on the call. If you don't understand, feel free to ask. Either unmute yourselves or put a message in the chat on there. It's not a problem on that. I think everybody's okay so far. Yeah. So FM's got what we call a shared commission system. So when on the Magnolia program, FM will pay out 21%, and it's paid out on yourself on the percentage you're on, but it's also then paid on to, if you're not 21%, it's paid down the people above you as well on the system. So you personally earn the difference between the position that you're on, the percentage level you're on, and the percentage level the person that you personally introduced is on. So in this example here, you've introduced someone called Harry, and Harry's introduced 5 people, and Harry's reached the level of 15%. So he's actually done more than he needs to. He's got group points of 14,400 group points. The minimum he needed to do to reach that was actually 12,000. So he's done more than he needed to do. And if you're aiming for any of the levels, it's always best to aim for more than you need to do. Because if you aim to just sort of scrape through on that level, it means that if you miss it slightly, if something goes wrong, then you've missed it. Whereas if you aim to do more than it and you miss it slightly, you've probably still hit the level you wanted to. So it's always best to aim for higher than the minimum you need to do. So on here, Harry's reached 15%, and he's the person you've introduced. So how did Harry get to 15%? Well, Harry, as we said, introduced 5 people to the business. So the first person he introduced and the people that below them did nothing. And whatever level you are in the business, that happens to us all. We all introduce people sometimes, they literally just do nothing with it. Why people join and don't order anything, at least for themselves, no one knows. But it happens, to us all. The next person is introduced, someone that leg's that's done 300 points, so that leg's 3%. He's got an upper leg that's 12%. He's got an upper leg of 6% and an upper leg of 9%. So all those points combined from all those 5 legs have helped make Harry 15% level. Now, if we look here at the 5th leg of Harry's, it's actually this person down here, and that's about 12 levels down, who's actually done 9%. So they did order for 3,900. So they've done more than they needed to reach 9% level, so they're 9%. Now, because they're 9%, it automatically means everybody above them in that leg must at least be 9% or higher. Because, as we said at the start, is all of the points from the people under you and people under them and under them all count towards your group points. So therefore it means that you're going to always have at least their group points plus, you know, somebody else's group points you've introduced plus your own. Yeah. So you can't have less group points than they've got on there because you've got at least theirs anyway. Does everybody understand that? Yeah. Yeah. If you don't, I know I said we've got people who are a lot newer to the business on the call. So if you anything you don't understand, feel free to ask. You know, believe us, when I joined the business, I asked a load of questions about all different things. And I know Lita, when she joined, she asked a load of questions.
No, I haven't asked anything. I knew everything.
Yeah. Pages and pages and pages. But it's good. So when you're introducing people to the business, always encourage them to ask questions because it's the only way people find out things.
Yeah.
You know, it's much better someone asks, even if they think, oh, God, I can't ask that because it's a stupid question. Believe me, I ask a lot of stupid questions to the office. You know, things I forget even now. So, you know, never be afraid to ask the question. It's better someone asks it than sits there thinking, oh, I won't ask that, and then they're not doing anything. So there's no such thing as a stupid question.
There is a saying, I think Linda is using often, the only silly question is the one you haven't asked.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good.
So always ask the questions on that. So an example there, so we've got Harry at 15%. So all these, all these points, your points, your group points, the levels that you're on, and your current income from the bonuses at this particular point in the month are all available for you when you log into the company website. And you'll see them on your current tree on there. So you don't need to worry about doing all these figures yourself. It's all done for you. So looking at Harry again, as we said, Harry's on 15%, which means automatically you yourself as well are at least on 15%. So in the situation here, you've only introduced Harry, and you've done nothing apart from introduce Harry. So Harry's on 15, you're on 15. So on Harry and his team, you're earning nothing, because 15% minus 15% is nothing. So on Harry and his team, you're earning nothing. So what you need to do in order to earn from Harry and his team is you need to have more points than him, which means introducing more people into the business, or obviously doing more points yourself to help to move up, to get higher group points to move up through to the level on there. Now, in this situation, you're still getting the benefit of the fact that on your own sales, you will still be getting that 15% bonus as well. Yeah. So if you were in a situation, you have one person you've introduced, and you're not earning from them, but you would still be getting an extra bit on your own sales. But to get more money, you need really to introduce more people. So we've got Harry there, still on 15%. He's still consistently there. But now you've introduced someone called Linda, and Linda's done 12%. You've introduced someone called John, and he's done 9%. And it's him and his team. Amy, 6%. And Frank over there has done 3%. So now, you've not just got Harry's points, but you've got the points from the upper four legs. So that works out, we've worked out the maths on this, so it goes just over 30,000 points. Nice and convenient. So you've actually done over 30,000 points, which means you're golden magnolia. So congratulations, 21% from the people you've introduced. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means on your own sales, you'll get obviously then getting that 21% bonus on the points. But it also means you're now earning from Harry's leg. So before, you didn't earn anything from Harry's leg because you were on the same percentage as Harry. So now, you're on 21%, Harry's on 15%, which means you're earning the difference. You're earning the difference of 6%. on Harry and his team. It's not just on Harry and his own sales, it's on Harry and his team. So on Linda, you're earning 9% because you're on 21, she's on 12, so the difference is 9. On John, you're earning 12%. On Amy, you're earning 15%. And finally on Frank, you're earning 18% because Frank's on 3%, you're on 21. So the difference there is 18%. But what you'll find in reality happens with this is, even though it's got 18% here, it's 18% of a much lower points figure. So you'd actually be earning less money from Frank's team because there's less points there than you would be from Harry's team because you're earning the percentage on a much bigger number of points. So even though the percentage is smaller, the number of points is a lot bigger. Yeah, do you understand that? Yeah, you're all clear on that one, yeah? So on Harry, I said you'll be earning more than you would from Frank and his team. So with that, all those bonuses obviously are added together to create your Magnolia bonus on that. So you're still, from the stage when you're Golden Magnolia, the next stage up is what's called Pearl Orchid. Now, for the Orchid program, the first stage is helping one of your team to get to the 21% level themselves. So we're going to use Harry again. So Harry's now reached the 21% level. Your 21% showing yourself. If you only had Harry there, you'd automatically be 21. But if you get 20,000 points outside of the first leg that goes 21, or outside of 21% leg, then you're Pearl Orchid. So the 20,000 points can come from, they could even come from your own sales in theory, outside of that 21% leg. That would actually make you Pearl Orchid. But in reality, it's normally a combination of a number of legs and your own sales as well. That do the 20,000 points outside of your main leg to then make you Pearl Orchid on there. Yeah. We'll talk about more what that means in terms of what you the share you get of the company bonuses in a moment when we've gone through the Orchid program bit. But is everybody clear on that, of how you actually get to the Pearl Orchid level? Yeah? Yeah, you're all okay on that? Yeah. Okay, who have we got? Let's have a look who we've got on the call. Okay. Vanessa, you're on there, aren't you? Yeah, I'm gonna unmute you a second.
Hold on. I need to see her face. So she's good. She's smiling. She's smiling there.
I'm just gonna unmute you just so you can share with people how you quickly you got to Pearl Orchid level in business. So Vanessa, you're unmuted.
Hi, lovely girl.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you,
very well.
Right, I basically signed 4 people up, and two of them were, one with my sister-in-law Rachel and one with my sister Ashley, 2 of my friends, and basically Rachel's team got me to 21%, and then the rest of the team, well, mainly Ashley's team, got me the 20,000 points, so I hit Pearl Orchid.
Absolutely fantastic. And how long was that?
It took me 4 months.
Brilliant. So very good.
I joined in April and I hit it in August.
Excellent.
Darling, do you remember what date in April?
Yeah, 24th of April, and I hit Pearl Orchid on the 23rd of August.
Okay.
Amazing. And August is a tough month, so even more impressive on there. So very, very well done to you, and very well done to Rachel and Ashley as well. I think both of them are. I've seen Rachel's on the call.
Yes, she's doing. I was praising her at the beginning. She has brilliant attraction marketing on Facebook.
So very well done to you all on that. Absolutely tremendous effort on that. So
could I maybe have one of those sisters-in-law and sisters in my team as well? So I add them into my sixth or like fourth or somewhere in the
They're both doing
Who else wants it?
absolutely
Who else wants it? Let's do some voting.
What you need to have a word with Natalia.
I know, but she's not moving really that fast. My sister, she's not moving that fast. I think I've got all my family in the business and they're not doing really that great.
Tell them they've got to move faster.
Roy has even worse situation. He doesn't have even siblings. So look at his situation, yeah? So I think the clue is the family. They might do it, they might not, but there's still a clue. Yes, like Lisa Grossman said, you know, that is the best. I got to tell you something else, guys. That is the best. I mean, that's your contact list, the closest people that you should be able to count on. And if they want some money and the opportunity is great, why would you not share with? Yes. And today I have seen a post from a friend of mine, the girl that published her first book. She called her mom. And her mom said, I got these books here. And then she said, oh, that's great. So that's good. And then she said, like, what do you think? And she said, I'm not sure. I've sold all the books. And she said, like, how? And she said, I've sold all of them. And she's like, but how did you, I mean, like, to who? And she said, to all my friends and family. And then she said, Mom, I could give you some for free. And she said, no, darling. Remember, the family and friends, they should support you more than anybody else. And I was like, oh my God, oh shit. That, and then, you know, and this is like, and then I said to my husband and to my brother-in-law, and we were looking and discussing, and this is like, you know, when everybody, I said, guys, can you imagine if everybody sign into the business, offers the product, and start building with family and friends? Everybody has family and friends, and those products from FM, they really for anybody. Like fragrances, I mean, products for home, tea, coffees, makeup. I mean, like, even your friend doesn't want it, she would buy the mascara. I mean, come on, you know what I mean, guys? Yes. So it's like when you think about it, and I was like, oh my God, you know, friends and family. And then I went back to Lisa Grossman and I said, that's what Lisa Grossman said on all her trainings. You know, this is what you do. This is how you start building your business and you know, get the closest people that you can count. It not necessarily be a mom, because your mom would love to protect you from this pyramid scheme, but friends and people that you can count and you've got, you know, okay relationship, then that is perfect opportunity for them, isn't it? Do you know what I mean, guys? Yeah. So yeah.
We're got a bit of background noise, and I'm just gonna. Not sure. If you've got any background noise, there's someone.
There is Ellen. Ellen.
Just gonna.
Unmuted. Ellen is unmuted.
Yeah, I think that's. Okay, so that's the Pearl Orchid one, the first stage. So the next stage up from the Pearl Orchid is the Amaranth Orchid. So for Amaranth, you need to have 3 legs that have done 21%. So 3 separate legs of your business that have achieved the 21% level. For one question sometimes people ask at this stage is, does the person have to be frontline to you, someone you personally introduced who's done 21%? Automatically, they're going to be. Because if you remember, all the points from people you've introduced and they've introduced, etc., all count towards your group total. So in this leg, for John's leg, for example, if someone below him was on 30,000 points, it means he automatically would be on at least 30,000. So automatically will be the top of the leg, there's 21%. So if you've got 3 separate legs, they've got to the 21% level, it means you're no longer Pearl Orchid, you're actually Amaranth Orchid. So you've moved up the next stage of the Orchid program. Is everybody clear on that? Again, if you feel free to unmute yourselves if you're unclear on any of the bits we're going through tonight. So the next stage up after Amaranth is Golden Orchid. So for Golden Orchid level, you need to have 3 legs, 3 separate legs of your business that have at least reached the Orchid program. So there must be at least Pearl Orchid, or it could be higher, but at least Pearl Orchid. And in this case, it doesn't necessarily have to be the person you personally introduced. It could be someone they've introduced or someone lower down. But as long as there's somebody in that leg who's reached the Orchid level, Pearl Orchid or above, then that's counted for you as one of the legs towards going to the Golden Orchid. And it often is the case it's going to be someone lower down on there. Because it may be that you introduce someone who's introduced someone who's introduced someone who's introduced someone, and it may be that person, for example, on the 5th leg, who actually decides, right, I really want to go for this. I really want to build a full-time income out of this, and the others may be going slower. So it may well be someone lower down who's actually becomes the first pearl within that leg for you. But my mouse is going crazy. 3 separate legs that have done the Pearl Orchid, and it means you've then qualified for the Golden Orchid level. What I would say is, as you're reaching the Amaranth Orchid level, is already be thinking about who in those legs, those 3 legs, is likely to be a 21% under the people above. Start to think, how's that structure in that particular leg working towards getting that leg to Pearl, so then it will help you towards going to the Golden Orchid level. And as we've said before in previous calls, is any of you feel free to message us, and we can always go through either on chat or we can go through on a separate Zoom with yourself individually. We can go through your own structure and give you advice on what we'd do if we were you within your structure, on what legs to strengthen, etc. on there. So we're always happy to do that. So that's for the Pearl Orchid level. The next stage up that's the Golden Orchid level. The next stage up is Diamond Orchid. Now for Diamond Orchid, you need to have 2 more legs that have done the same. So 2 more legs that have achieved at least Pearl Orchid or above. So you'd have 5 legs which have reached the Orchid program. And then you'd be Diamond Orchid. Which is why it's very wise to look at the Welcome Home incentive we've got at the moment as a sort of good basis for building a good solid structure. If you think the Welcome Home one is 6 legs, if you're building up those legs, then it will help you not only get the Welcome Home bonus, but it also would help you towards building up towards the Diamond level on that. So it helps you get more money from the Magnolia program. So I've got that on there. One thing I would point out on this is we've got an incentive from the UK office at the moment called Get Rewarded. And the Get Rewarded incentive gives you one-off bonuses for reaching the Orchid levels before the end of the year. So there's one-off bonuses available. For example, for hit Pearl Orchid, £500 one-off bonus. And again, I know we've got people on the call who are qualified for that Get Rewarded bonus. And then we've got Amaranth Orchid as well, where the Amaranth one is £1,000 on that one. So there's good extra money to be made from UK incentives on that for hitting those before the end of the year. Without a doubt, these are the best months to do it as well. October is a brilliant month for sales, especially with the new catalogue. That helps a lot for October. And all the Christmas gifts and things coming out. Obviously, November goes crazy for the points in November, and then obviously into December as well. People getting those last minute things for Christmas again can be very busy month. So it's a very good time of year to really build up and really push for those levels. So what do you get when you actually reach those levels? Well, these shows you how you got there, and it also shows you the bonus pool that you're sharing in of the global turnover, global points. So everybody at the Pearl level is sharing in 4% of the global points. And that's shared out amongst everybody who's Pearl, but it is based on their structure. So the better your structure is, the more balanced your structure is, then you're more likely then, and obviously more points, but also the balance of the structure, the more money you're going to get from that bonus pool. When you reach Amaranth Orchid, you're then sharing in 1.5% bonus pool, but you're still getting a bonus on the Pearl as well, because you're Amaranth, you're automatically then also Pearl still, because you've still got that Pearl structure in place. With 21% legs, it automatically means you've still got 121% at least, because you've got 3 there, and at least 20,000 points outside, because to have that structure, you'd have 60,000 points outside. So you'd be sharing in the Pearl bonus, and you'll also be sharing in the Amaranth bonus. Yeah, bonus points on there. On the business presentation that we do, when it says the Amaranth bonus, it's actually combined. It's got the Amaranth and Pearl added together to show that average bonus. It varies, obviously, on the structure, the bonus you get on there, because it's shared out amongst all the people on that level. One thing that people say sometimes when they see this is, why is this 1.5% lower than the 4%? You know, you higher up the plan. And the reason is because, well, firstly, because you're also still getting the Pearl one, but also because there's less Amaranths. So therefore, you're sharing that amount with less people. So therefore, you're getting more money. It's a bit like when we looked earlier in the Magnolia structure, where you were getting more money from Harry's leg, even though it was a lower percentage you're getting, but it was a bigger volume you're getting it from, than you were from Frank's leg, where it was only, you know, only 300 points on Frank's leg, but a high percentage. So you will get, you're sharing in a smaller bonus pool, but with less people, so you're getting more money. With the golden, again, you're sharing in 1.5%, and with the diamond, you're sharing another 1.5%. So as Diamond Orchid, you're sharing in the diamond bonus pool, you're sharing in the golden bonus pool, you're sharing in the Amaranth bonus pool, you're sharing in the Pearl bonus pool, and you're also obviously getting all your normal bonuses on the Magnolia program and your own retail profit as well. Yeah. Has anybody got any questions at all on the Orchid program? Part on there, or you're all okay? And the plan is the same everywhere in the world, the Magnolia and Orchid programs. On the incentives vary for different countries, but the actual basic plan is the same. So that covers the Magnolia and Orchid part. One very important thing as well, when we're talking about the marketing plan, is additional numbers. So when you reach 9% level in the plan, you get an additional number. And what we mean by that is you can sponsor yourself again. So you're signing up again somewhere within your structure. It could be that you're signing yourself, so you're sponsoring yourself, so you're directly under yourself, or you could place yourself anywhere within your team. So you get one of these at 9%, and the reason why the company does this is because, you know, the plan was written by networkers, the FM plan, and they know that sometimes in some other companies what can happen is someone will try and sign up Donald Duck or Mickey Mouse, you know. And why mucking around with that rubbish? Why not just allow people to sign themselves again to sort of maximise the plan? So that's what they did. So you get one of those additional numbers at 9%. I said you can place anywhere in your structure. And as you qualify for these additional numbers, if you wanted our advice, but again, we're quite happy to give that. You know, we're quite happy to look at your structure for you and say to you, if we were you, this is where we'd put the additional number. But you can take our advice or not take our advice on that, but we've got a lot of experience on knowing where to put these in the structures. The additional numbers are good for the incentives as well, for the UK incentives. So if you're based in the UK and you get an additional UK number, you use that towards most of the UK incentives. So, for example, the Smart Start offers, the 10-day offers, you can claim those on your additional number. During the first 10 days, you've got your additional number for. You can also get rewarded again. You can claim if you work the additional number up to the Pearl level, for example. A brilliant one to claim the additional numbers, or to use the additional number on, is the train to 21% incentive. Get an additional number on a tree and build it the following month. Build that up to 15%, the additional number, and you can get an extra 400 quid. So it's a very good one to use. The additional number comes in very, very handy for that incentive. And again, I can't stress enough the big advantage of this time of year as well for doing that, because there's a lot of sales going through, particularly in these couple of months. So taking advantage of the training incentive this time of year again is very good on that. So it's good for most of the UK incentives. Similarly, if you're based in another country, you can claim additional numbers in those countries as well, and put them within your structure. And I believe, don't take my word on this, do check with your local offices, but I believe, again, they're good for most of the incentives from other offices. So that's the good for UK incentives. The forms to claim them, you'll find in the business downloads, in the business partner zone on the company website. And you need to complete 2 forms when you're claiming an additional number. You need to complete one to say what, in fact, you want an additional number. And then you need to complete a registration form, the ones you print off, complete a registration form. So then tell the company where you want to place that additional number. So you'll be filling out your own details, and then you'll be putting the sponsor and recruiter numbers in. So often that may be yourself. You may be sponsoring yourself directly under yourself, but it could be someone else. You could be sponsoring yourself somewhere else within your structure. Has anybody got any questions on how that bit works, on actually how to sponsor your additional number? You're okay on that? Yeah, I know quite a number of you on the call have already claimed some additional numbers in the program. Have worked those very well on the incentives. You also get another additional number at 12%. You get another one when you reach 15%. You get another one at 18, another one at 21, another one at Pearl, another one at Amaranth, 2 more at Golden, and 3 more at Diamond. So there's a lot of additional numbers that you get as you move through the plan. One thing I would say, and this is just from my own personal experience on this, is that if you don't plan to make use of that additional number, if you're not going to start to build under it, or you're not going to use it for the incentive, then don't claim it at that point. Wait until you're ready to use it. But if you are ready to use it, then definitely claim it and make use of it. But sometimes you might want to hold some back just so you've got them for future use. So that's how you get the different numbers. There's quite a lot you actually get on there. So to summarize this presentation, you need to build both the width and the depth. As we said, if you just got one long leg, you introduce something, Harry in there, then you're not going to earn anything from that leg. So you do need the width as well. But you also want the depth, because if you just sponsored everybody, first line to yourself, then it means that then all those people are going to be looking to you as their first point of contact, and it's going to take up a lot of your time. Whereas if you can help your leaders to develop, then it means then you've got structure there, so they're helping the people under them to build, and their people under them are helping the people under them, etc. So it's working smart rather than hard, basically, on that, by building the depth as well as the width. Look for leaders on all levels of your business. The first people you introduce to the business, the people you personally sponsor, may not end up being your strongest people. In most cases, they're not. Sometimes, Vanessa earlier on, she, did very, very well getting to some brilliant people very early on in there who are very strong leaders. But for a lot of people, that's not the case. For a lot of people, it is a case the first people they introduce may join just to do them a favour. It may well be it's the people lower down that they then introduce, who they introduce, who then become the strongest leaders in the businesses. So always look at your structure, and don't just look at the people you introduced to it. Look below that to the people who will are starting to show signs of, they're starting to ask the questions, they're starting to introduce people, they're starting to do good volumes on there, and obviously link down and work with those people as well on the levels, a few levels down. As we said at the start, always aim to do more than you need to do to reach the level. Don't just aim for the minimum on that. That's particularly true with the orchid levels, because if you aim for the minimum, you're only going to get the minimum amounts of bonuses. Whereas as you grow your structure within those levels, obviously you're going to get more share of the worldwide turnover. Always look 2 steps ahead for what you're looking to achieve, because in that way it means that then you're lining your business up, you're structuring your business right to move on to the further levels ahead. And review your structure, because when you look at the structure 1 month, it may well be a case that you think, right, okay, I want to build this particular leg, I'm going to put an additional number here and start to build that up. But 6 months later, your structure may be very likely to be completely different. So then you can look at it again and think to yourself, okay, now I need to do more here, or now I need to work with these people down here, or whatever it happens to be. And, we're very happy to, look at your structure with you and say, right, if we were you, this is what we'd do on that. Because we, both myself and Yolita, we enjoy doing things. We're those crazy people, we like maths. We enjoy looking at that. Looking at that on there. So has anybody got any questions at all based on any of that tonight on the marketing plan bits? Do you all know what levels you're working towards? Yeah, I see Rachel first to nod there. So Yolita does this far better than I do. You want to have a plan of what you're aiming to achieve.
Yes.
And how you're going to get there. It's no good just saying to yourself, right, okay, I want to be, golden magnolia next month or whatever, 21% next month. You need to work out what you're going to be doing, who you're going to be working with, what actual work you're going to be doing when you're doing your FM time on there. So that you've got a detailed plan, how many people you're going to be contacting, how many presentations you're going to do. I'm sure Yolita's got loads more to add to that as well.
Actually, I have to say that we had with Roy, we review things, what we do, and we always have to improve things. Really, honestly, guys, we looked into our plan, we take action, and then we have to review, and we always have to improve things. And we have things that we should be doing more. We should have, like with the meetings, or we had really strictly things planned, and then we haven't done some because of other things, we were procrastinating. And I know everybody does it. That is the theory, that is the reality there. So it's like, honestly, me with the videos, I was saying last 6 months, and Roy is proof there. I said to Roy, we're gonna do a video, and then again I said I'll do a video, and then I said I'll do a video, and I was just procrastinating for like 6 months, really, guys. And I was like, plus as a mentor, I was saying to my girl, it's important. It's really crucial, and it's not about stepping out of the comfort zone. I'm happy to do the videos. I'm really happy to share the things I like to share and the things I like to say. I mean, I love doing it. But it's just because there was always something else. So I was just procrastinating, and not because I was like maybe afraid, because I was just actually making myself busy with other things. So I am here, guys, and I know exactly how it works. And I know every single of you on this call is the same. Maybe a bit better than I am, maybe a bit like, okay, I'm even like procrastinating for the last 3 years. Mine comes up, so I don't know about that one. But I know we all do. We are just humans. You know, I forgot to go for evening parents last night, and I realized at 11 o'clock, and I'm like, shit. You know, this is like not happening in my life, but things are happening like that. You know, it's like we are just humans. And the thing is with this business is you got to treat it as a business. And if you don't, it won't pay you as a business. That is the most important, I think, thought that I always like to get across to anyone. You know, if you actually want to make money there, you got to treat it as a business. If you struggle with anything, you are just struggling because you don't take action. And I know this because I work with girlies and with some boys as well. And I know exactly that the results are not there because you don't take the right action. That's how simple it is. Because one, you procrastinate. Two, you're afraid, the fear. You don't speak to people. You don't create a contact list. And it doesn't matter if that is a contact list for you. That's great. If it's on the phone, that's superb. But you have to track it somehow. Linda is on a call and she's brilliant with things. She would put things down. She would know who she contacted to, who she did, who answered, who replied, who she managed to book into the some sort of meeting or even a coffee or just like for the presentation, you know, or just warm out the contacts. And this is part of the job. This is part of the things that we have to constantly do. Attraction marketing, yes, big thing on social media now. It's like crazy stuff. The quicker you do it, the quicker you find out how to do it. Actually, like even Google, guys, if you're not listening what I'm saying, or you think, okay, she's maybe mad, Google it. When I joined the business, I Google it. I just literally Google how to build a network business, how to do it. And I came up with all this online stuff. And I've been like, and I just literally graduated with health and social care. And I'm like, oh God, you know, what do I do with this? And then I knew I will have to learn, but I thought, okay, I'll do step by step. I'll learn a few things, I improve those things, and I just carried on. I love numbers, so I thought, okay, I can deal with numbers. But I was like, English is not even my first language. I thought, like, what do I say to people? Like, what? How can I help? How can I improve someone else's life? I got here to improve my life. You know what I mean? So it's the thought, it's the way we think. Now, if somebody says, now I don't even question myself. It's my second language. If someone doesn't understand me, they can say, excuse me, can you repeat? If they don't want to understand me, I don't give a sugar. I just move on. I'm on my own mission. I'm on my own journey with my family and my kids and with everyone I work with. And I respect every single person I work with. I do my best for every single person I work with because I know everybody deserves it. You deserve it. You'll stand up, look at the mirror in the morning and you say, I deserved it. I'm going to do it because I know I can do it. But you got to then, I literally would love to be in your body for a day and like move you into the actions, you know. I'd be like, okay, Drago, come on, we do it, you know. But I can't. But what the only thing I can do, I can just repeat myself and constantly say to you, you know, you can do it. Because if you can't do it, who else can do it? I mean, there is like who else can do it? Like, you are there to make money, and I know you can make the money in MLM. MLM works when you know how to work it, when you put the effort in, when you take the action. You'll be able to get any level you want. But you just got to move out of the comfort zone, out of the things that are stopping you. And you know, and you're sitting and listening, you know what is stopping you. You know better than I. You know exactly what is stopping you. And you're thinking, God, I might do it. I'll try tomorrow. I go to post office and I speak to the girl from the post office. And you go tomorrow to the post office and you don't say anything. And then you come back home and you say, that was another contact. I didn't do it, did I? No, you haven't. And then the next day you speak to someone else and you think, just like even at school, and you think that person could be brilliant, but then you don't even offer the opportunity. Because you think they're too busy, because they have kids, because they have full-time job. They won't have time for MLM. It's not for them. You don't even believe 100% in yourself and in the business. That's why you don't have the results just yet. And then, you know, and it's with like, I know exactly, I went through the same things. I was like, what do I say? What do I say? I don't see anything. Maybe the person is too busy. Why would I offer something like that? Maybe it's not for them. Maybe they will say it's a pyramid scheme. Whatever, guys, whatever. You just got to be the person that will, you got to see yourself from the best side of you can actually see yourself. You see yourself from as someone who will they appreciate. It's like Vanessa and Rachel, for example. She signed her, and then like Rachel is happy being signed up. I mean, I'm happy being signed up by Roy, you know. Okay, I took him some time, but I'm happy. Linda is happy that I have mentored her. I mean, Jason is happy being on board. I mean, is there anyone who is actually unhappy being here? If there is somebody being really unhappy being part of FM, you can say, guys, you know, say what's the problem. I mean, if you're not happy, then maybe that's not a right thing for you. But if you are happy, make someone else happy too. That's the way to see it. You know, we're all happy because we are on a video call. We want to get some more knowledge. So when you think about that, you know, shit, actually that's good because they've signed me up and I'm doing this business and I make extra money. I qualified for a car. I managed to, you know, have the best Christmas this year. Any of these things, you know, don't keep it to yourself. Let someone else enjoy it. This is how you got to see it. And when you actually see this from that perspective, that sort of view you have every single day in the morning when you get up, then you'll be able to speak to people. Then you will have the passion, you will have the enthusiasm, you will take action every day, and you'll be able to move forward. There is no space to be afraid. There is no space for you to be stressed about something. If you are helping someone else, why would you worry? Why would you be afraid of something? Like if you're helping someone else, would you be afraid of helping someone else? You wouldn't. It's what you've got in your mind. That is the mindset. Yeah. Did you ask me, Roy, did you ask me to mention something? Or
no, I just said, did you want to add something?
Oh, good.
Joy just said, can we share the
carry on and carry on and carry on. So, okay, guys, I'm 100% with you. I understand every single person there. Summary for success.
Yeah, Joy just wanted it shown again.
Yeah.
So I don't want to take a picture, Joy.
Always, I like the one. Always look 2 steps ahead. You don't want necessarily do what other people do. You want to be different. Yeah, be really good at what you do. Like Rachel said at the beginning of the Zoom, review your structure. You got to review it, guys, because if you don't review it, you might have no money and you might have 100,000 points and no money. That is how it works. If you have 2 strong legs, then obviously you won't have any points outside, then you won't make money. So the structure is important, but you don't have to know everything. You can just ask your uplines.
Has anybody got any questions at all they'd like to ask us? No, you're all okay, yeah?
Just wanted to know when the tickets were getting sent out.
Oh, they're e-tickets. So they'll be by email. Yeah.
Sorry, Linda, I couldn't help it.
So yeah, they will be sending them. Yeah. Yeah, day out on Saturday sounds good, Linda. Yeah. Somewhere in Daventry, maybe, you know.
Is everybody ready? Who is not coming from our video call? Baby not coming there. Tina and Richard.
Next year.
Next year. All dresses ready, girlies? And high heels? Yeah, good. Ooh,
Paul's got his.
Oh, Richard, that is a bit far, but you can make it. You can make it if you really want it. You can make it. There is nothing stopping you there.
To come to the conference.
There we go. Oh my gosh, Richard is actually coming. I can see that. I think I have spare ticket for a conference and for the gala. So, Richard, you know, I think I got to speak to you too just after the call. No pressure, but you got together. The thing is, from Susan Sly said in one of the GoPro events, she said, when you sign up into the business, you had some hope in a business, and you sign up for a reason. So you thought, okay, something can change, I can improve something, I can change something good. You expect something good to happen. So events are the places where everything changes. That the places where leaders are born. I am crazy for events. I mean, Richard, I fly to Vegas for events. I've been there 3 times in the last 10 months just because I knew I needed to go there. Like, I needed to go there. No, I wanted, I needed to go there. So it's like, if you look at it and you think I got to be there because they can help, because those events can help, then you can make anything. I mean, like, I don't want you to be in trouble, guys. Try your best. Try your best. Yeah, no, I see. I know, actually. Well done. Well done. I've got a little project for you to do, so you'll be on a special video. Make sure, baby, you got a nice makeup like last Sunday. You always look pretty. I mean, do you know, I have to tell you that, guys, not last Sunday, the Sunday before, we went for a lovely lunch, and girlies, how many of us were there? 7, 8 girls, was it? Maybe I didn't have a perfect makeup, but everybody else, I was like, and the girl was like, F and makeup, and I'm like, I was like, oh God, you know, they were like stunners. I mean, I'm saying, I just can't wait for this Saturday. Everyone like, makeup.
Yeah, me and Jason were there, but we weren't wearing any makeup.
Oh yes, yes, and Paul, a bit of lipstick, guys, for you. Might have some spare ones in the bag. Tina, you got to go. See you all next one. See ya, darling.
Yeah, it'll be Thursday, 9 o'clock will be the next one. And what we cut on that one, we're going to be covering. Let's have a look. I've got what the topic is now. Thursday. Thursday's one is we might be altering that slightly, but we cover some of that tonight.
What is it?
It's how to structure and do an additional numbers.
How did you do that? We'll talk about events.
See, that's what you should do, is plan 2 steps ahead, so you look at what the next one's going to be.
There's no procrastinating there, is there, Roy?
No.
Straight on to the next one.
I think yeah.
Done 2 nights in one tonight.
Any topic, guys? So let's do some voting. What topics would you like? We'll look into structure and additional number, just maybe for like 10 minutes or so. If you've got any questions, look in your structure. You can have questions about your particular structure, your numbers. How would you like to place them, improve them, and so on. But if there is any topic, we can actually cover another topic too. No topics?
Yeah, we can. Donna's put in there about cover sponsoring again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was one where we had technical problems, didn't we, on that one?
We had technical problems? Never.
No
way. No, right? No way. No, in our village. Sponsoring. Okay, sponsoring.
Yeah. So
okay.
We can redo that one again as well as part of that.
No problem.
Yeah.
I've got it. Oh, baby, Donna, no problem, hun. A bit of structure and additional numbers if you've got any questions, guys, and then sponsoring. Guys, but sponsoring is tough. And what I mean by that, You just got to be able to speak, and you have to
There's a
write
house
things
prompt for
down.
that.
Yeah, you write things down on a piece of paper and then put on the mirror. I am going to do this. I am going to speak to people. I am going to find the pain. I am going to invite people to the opportunity by offering them to try my products. So 100 people will have to see my products in the next 20 days. That is how sponsoring look like if you do it online. So the massive number of people seeing the products, trying the products, and you get testimonials. Yeah, the more testimonials you have, the more people see your project, the more people see your products, the more people you can, then you open like a gate to yourself, for yourself to be able to then speak about the opportunity. So once they like the product, you say, this is a product, I can show you how you make money. But it's actually, exactly, Linda, that's the one. If you want to sponsor, you have to speak. You have to actually move forward. You have to open your mouth. You have to show these 100 people the products, and then that will allow and open the door for you to a to sponsoring, to then opportunity. I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I had a little chat with one of the girls, and I was just stunned by the things, by everything what she does and how she planned her next 2 weeks. I was like, okay, you know, proseccos, salons, hairdressers, mobile hairdressers. I mean, her and her team doing all this stuff. So you can, I mean, hundreds people she with her teams going through, and I was like, oh god, you know, that is amazing. That is actually amazing. Launching parties with friends, in friends' house, in her house, in family houses, salons, hairdressers, mobile hairdressers, girlies. I mean, crazy stuff. I mean, to be honest with you, I never ever have seen anything like that. And I was like, okay, that is absolutely brilliant. I mean, come on, that is absolutely brilliant. So it's planning. It's planning. Next month, this 2 weeks, we have 2 weeks, and the next month, parties, proseccos, a lot of sales, and a lot of people wanting to make money for Christmas. They can sign up. If not, then we will crack on with some superb sponsoring from the new year, because next month we'll talk about parties to sell a lot, to push the product, and then obviously again making money is in January, because everybody be broke after Christmas. Everyone will have New Year resolutions, more money, better body, fit, and all that stuff, and people be happy to be able to make that extra money and to be able to crack on with a new things. Yeah, so it's a new year, new things, new resolutions, and things like that. But it's the best way, the easiest way is going through the product, in my opinion. And then obviously online, it's a lot building relationship. It takes longer. The network, the attraction marketing, it works. The best thing to do is through the videos, live videos, showing the products, showing testimonials, showing parties if you do parties, and things like that. So we'll look into that on Thursday. That's right. That's right. Thank you very much. Guys, one little thing to ask, if you could go to my profile, please. And I will try to tag everybody, but I'm not sure if I can manage. I probably won't. I know I won't. There is my little story in 3 minutes. So you can see my story in 3 minutes. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, just say boo. I'm fine with it. I will accept it. That's fine. I can cope with that. But there we go. My little story in 3 minutes. When I came to UK in 2004, I didn't have a clue what I'm going to do. I mean, it's like I could hardly say hi in English. So there we go. You can see what happened and what I'm doing. Hopefully you will like it. Wait for another video tomorrow. Just I won't give up. I can't. It's just that bloody procrastinating, isn't it, guys? I know how you feel. Linda, I know you do too. And Melissa, I know you do too. I know you're looking at me now. I'm thinking, yeah, sugar, I'm doing too. I'm procrastinating a lot. Great to see you guys. And I can't wait seeing you on Thursday at 9 o'clock.
And then conference.
And then I am seeing you on Friday and Saturday. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Take care, everybody.
Now.